Alright, hello everybody. This is day 3 of the Gauntlines Hoity Toity tour to the northeast. It's going to be a little weird this time because we've actually had 2 false starts and we deleted both of them and now we feel funny.
Recreate a conversation that already happened?
Yeah, that's right. Luckily both of them were kind of short before we had to cut them off, but yeah, now we're all like uncomfortable and awkward, so deal with it. Let's see. So we left you after having talked about Canton, Ohio, and the Boozerama Fest and all the beer showers, I think was the last thing. And Grabbers, is beer really good for your hair? That's weird. Maybe I'll start using beer instead of shampoo.
You'll smell.
Yeah, I will smell. And happy travels with your toy steering wheel. That's awesome. And does it look strange to like be, I don't know, seeing footage of driving in the US? I imagine that like, I don't know, with the reverse side and stuff, that could be a little disorienting. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and keeping up with us. We really appreciate it. And yeah, today we're in Jamestown, New York. That's what's rolling by as we talk about Youngstown, Ohio. So we got up from our campsite, had a pretty slow, easy morning, I guess. And
sure, a little breakfast, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and then we headed in to find some Wi-Fi and decided to go right to the Lemon Grove, which was going to be our venue for the night, where we got an awesome like vegetable sandwich on sourdough bread. It was full of like mushrooms and tomatoes and avocado and all sorts of good stuff. And
had what was Iron City?
Rust
beer?
Belt beer,
oh, was
I
it
think.
Rust
Yeah,
Belt?
yeah. It was a local brewery called Rust Belt, and it was like a really delicious like nut brown ale, I guess. So we got a little buzz on, did a little bit of internet work, and then went to Mill Creek Park.
Mill Creek Park is enormous.
Yeah, it's like Youngstown's equivalent of Central Park. And what was kind of funny about it is that it's huge and has all these roads going through it, but we couldn't really find a place to be. Like, we tried getting out of the car a couple times, but there wasn't really, like...
a trail or sidewalks.
Yeah, no trail, no sidewalks, so you either had to, like, walk on the side of the road or bushwhack through some pretty intense undergrowth. But yeah, so we were just... kept getting out of the car, getting back in the car, and then we finally found this awesome bridge. It was like the oldest bridge in the park, and it was all made of iron, and they call it the Cinderella Bridge because it's this really epic looking, like...
It's very gothic.
Yeah, very gothic iron bridge. And so we went there and luckily found a trail where we hiked and walked through the woods for a while. Poor Willie slipped and fell on his bottom.
I fell right on my butt so hard.
I was going to take a picture, but he got upset, which was probably fair. Sorry, Willie.
It hurt. It hurt my pride as much as my butt.
But we recovered, had walked back, and it started storming right as we were looking at this bridge, and then we realized that, like, a big metal bridge is probably not the best place to be during a thunderstorm, so we hopped back in the car. Oh, and then we tried to go, like, find a vantage point to watch the rain from, and we accidentally, like, we saw this little, like, overhang, and we tried to run under it so that we could watch the storm, and we ran right smack dab into the middle of a little girl's ruined birthday party.
Oh.
It was so awkward, because everybody was, like, hiding under this overhang, and we came in, like, laughing jubilantly, and then just, like, had to shut it down and leave as fast as we could, because they all were shooting us dirty looks.
It was very sad.
It was a little sad, but whatever, man. Don't kids like playing in the rain these days?
Sure, why not?
What's wrong with the youth of today? Come on now.
After that, we went back to the Lemon Grove and saw the Classical Revolutions event, which is a bunch of string players very casually playing through chamber music, which was pretty good. It was run by an old friend of ours, Jenna, who we had met in New York and ran into in Portland, Oregon once also, so we just keep running into this girl, I tell you what.
It's awesome. We were just like sitting there eating a couple burgers, and then all of a sudden we hear Blythe and Willie, and it's Jenna, who we hadn't seen in ages, and yeah, it's just so good to see her. It turns out that she's from Youngstown, Ohio, and she's been running this classical jam session for the past several months. And man, it's just like the coolest event. The whole goal of it is to make classical music more casual and sort of take it down from its like ivory tower. And man, they really pull it off. Like, it's just the most pleasant music to listen to when you're just kind of hanging out. And they're not totally polished, and they're not in their like formal black attire, so it just makes the music really accessible, and just you listen to it more closely. I really enjoyed it.
It's good. It's nice.
Yeah. And then I guess that went until like 10 o'clock. It was like really cool of the Lemon Grove to have us because the night was already full, but they were like, well, you can just play after what's already going on. And so...
10 o'clock on a Sunday night, it emptied out pretty good.
Right, but, and we were getting a little nervous. We were like, I guess we'll be playing to nobody. But Jenna had a couple of her friends come out, and so the 3 of them just like danced and partied like crazy for like an hour and a half. Usually, you have your friends come out and they hear a song or two, and then they're just like, oh cool, I'm gonna go talk on my phone in the back now.
Yeah, but they hung out for the whole time.
They danced like crazy. It was
Get a load of this.
awesome. Yeah, hey Jamestown, New York. Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful hair. I love it.
Where were we? Oh yeah, so they hung out, and there were some people hanging out at the bar too. People seemed to like it okay.
But nobody really wanted to like interact with us. Like the Lemon Grove's a really long, narrow space, and so Jenna, her two friends, and then I guess there's the really sweet older lady Pat, who was actually the caretaker of one of Jenna's friends.
When he was little. Like
When he was little. Yeah, his nanny. You're right. So yeah, like the four of them hung out and like listened really closely, and everybody else kind of like lurked in the back like lamos. But
yeah. Yeah. I mean, they seemed to like it okay. It's
Yeah.
not like they turned their backs or gave us the middle finger or anything. They just kind of just hung out. But it was nice enough, and then we hung out at Jenna's place and drank some of her dad's homemade wine, and
she started a bonfire and
yeah, it was nice.
made sweet potatoes in the fire with coconut oil and brown sugar and hot sauce, which is an excellent combination.
And I fell right asleep in my chair.
Yeah, it had been kind of a long day, I guess. So yeah, Willie passed out, and it was super sweet of Jenna to put us up too, because all of our camping gear had gotten totally drenched in the storms. So yeah, I don't know what we would have done otherwise.
Yeah,
so
it
that was
nice
really
of her.
cool.
So the next morning we went and gathered up our gear and made our way towards Jamestown while Blythe stayed passed out in the seat over there.
Yeah, we were up until like 5 in the morning with this girl, so yeah, I was pretty destroyed all day yesterday, which is why we didn't post a video vlog. So yeah, we just basically drove to Jamestown and then got a room because we were tired and laid in bed and watched Wonder Shows and ate pizza,
Yeah,
which was
pretty
good.
Yeah, that's a nice.
That's a good
nice
day.
thing. So this is the first we're really seeing of the town because we just kind of came through and got the room, and our show's not till tomorrow, so we're really.
We have time to look around. Usually people are like, oh, you guys get to travel all over the country. That's so awesome. You get to see everything and everywhere. When truthfully, we really only see the bar that we play at and the highway driving into town, because usually we're booked so solid, so tight that
You don't have time
we
for
just
anything else.
gotta stay on the move, go all the time. So this time we tried to leave some days off, and we're pretty excited to actually see some of the areas we're traveling to. And
Some facts about Jamestown, birthplace of Lucille Ball.
oh, and didn't you say Natalie Merchant is from here
Yes,
as well?
Natalie Merchant, 10,000 Maniacs was started here.
And the crescent wrench was invented in Jamestown, New York.
Yep, that's exactly right. And it's the home of the famous Chautauqua Institute, which is a basically like a summer-only continuing education place where rich people vacation by coming for weeks and weeks and taking classes.
What kind of classes?
There, a lot of them are humanities, so it's like philosophy, religion, politics, and then a lot of them actually are like music, acting, some comedy and stuff like that. And then there's also, I'm sort of interested in it, they do a week-long boating course that's sailing.
Huh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's sort of fascinating.
Yeah, we wanted to rent a sailboat because Willie really loves sailing and hasn't gotten to do it in a long time, and I've never done it. But on the website for the rental places, they were all like, you can only rent a boat if you really know how to sail. So we were afraid they were going to give us some weird test or quiz and just be kind of douchey about it.
Yeah, so next time maybe.
So screw you, rental places. We're going to go for a walk.
Yeah.
But I guess we can only do that if we really know how to prove that we can walk. So,
That's
whatever. Yeah.
Very good. All right, well, we'll tell you what Jamestown is like tomorrow. Tomorrow is our show, so...
Yeah, tomorrow's the show at Labyrinth Press Company.
Yeah.
And we'll be taking pictures all day long. We'll be posting them on the Facebook page and all that. So, yeah, talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.